I want to tell you about a ridiculous purchase I've made recently. Now, when I say that, what immediately comes to your mind? Are you thinking of something really expensive, like a luxurious name brand handbag or something that's about $12,000? Because your girl ain't got that kind of money, okay? But I'm talking about the kind of purchase where if someone asked me how much that was, like my first inclination would be to lie to them. I wouldn't want to admit how much I actually paid. I don't think that would ever happen because these don't just stand out as very extravagant, eye-catching pieces. At least that's what I assume. I mean, to me they did. And here is where the ridiculous part kicks in. I spent a good week obsessing, and I do not use that word lightly or willy-nilly, okay? Genuinely obsessing over how to customize these. So what I'm talking about are these bespoke salt and pepper shakers. I can't even fit the pepper in the full frame. Here they are, Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper. Now, I'm not sure how this idea came into my head, but I got so tired of buying, like, this is what I would normally buy. Like these things, you know, the plastic ones that you'd have to repurchase over and over. And lately I've been doing up my bathroom to feel more like spa-like oasis. So I thought, you know, I want a similar effect in my kitchen. I want it to feel like, not in a restaurant, but I want it to just feel a bit more upscale. And then I just became fixated, and I mean fixated on this whole idea of having a really stylish sculptural salt and pepper mill. But I didn't want them to be the same color. I didn't want them to be the same height. I was just determined to find the perfect bespoke salt and pepper mill, or grinders, you know, whatever they're called. These salt and pepper, we'll call them grinders because they do grind. So I found these on Etsy and I was emailing the owner back and forth, and I was calculating the different heights and how far apart did I want them in height, what exactly color wood did I want. It was so exciting. It was all I could think about with these salt and pepper grinders. Now, I love these, okay? I'm not saying I regret this purchase. This is how big they are, okay? Now, I have a pretty large head. If you ever met me in person, you'd think, my God, that girl's poor mother. But at the end of the day, they are salt and pepper grinders, right? And you'll notice I still haven't told you how much I paid for them. But here's the thing. I use these grinders every single day for my breakfast or for my lunch and dinner. I'm just always grinding away in here, and these two just make me really happy doing it. That's what we're gonna do right now, by the way. We're gonna make some breakfast because it's 12:35 in the afternoon. But it is Saturday, so I feel like that's allowed. But this whole thing got me to thinking that we all have our barrier for certain categories on what we're willing to spend money on. Like, I'm willing to pay a pretty coin for these grinders, but if I go to the supermarket and they make me pay for a bag, like, no. I'm just gonna carry my things. I'm just gonna carry them like a big grocery baby. But like I've stated before in other videos, it wasn't about the grinders themselves necessarily, though I love them. The hunt, that was so exciting. And I completely romanticized this purchase because they're made in Perth, Western Australia, which is where I grew up. And in my head, I was like, wow, and they're coming from where I was born all the way over here. It's like a piece of home with me. And I don't care about that stuff normally. I don't care about that. I'm not overly sentimental about, you know, where I grew up or anything. I was just adding this emotional value to this item. It's just hilarious and bizarre to me. Right now we're gonna make raspberry jam. I'm gonna put frozen raspberries in a pot and then reduce it and add some maple syrup and chia seeds. And before I toast any kind of bread, I always spray it with some oil, and I find it makes such a difference. All right, I want to show you something else. This is something else I purchased for my bathroom, which still isn't done because I'm waiting on two very slow deliveries. Okay, so when I was in Morocco, I stayed in a riad that had the most stunning bathroom and the best bath, and I took a photo of it and I put it in this tiny vintage frame. Because I felt like a queen in that bathtub, and that's how I always want to feel in my own bathroom. Bathroom update coming soon, just not ready yet. Adding the chia to the jam. And I know I still haven't said how much I paid for them. I'm not trying to deliberately be mysterious, but there is not even embarrassment. It just feels a bit ridiculous, and I can already hear people saying, can't believe you'd pay that much for this. And I see this on a lot of makeup videos as well, or beauty videos. Can't believe you would pay that much for a highlight, or I can't believe you would pay that much for a lipstick. It's like, yeah, everyone has their amount that they would pay for something. You know what I genuinely consider a waste of money? It's when I buy things that I think I'm gonna use and then I never end up using them. That to me is annoying. Then I say to myself, I can't believe you paid that much for that because you're not even using it. I went through a huge Poshmark phase back in 2020 when my shopping, well, let's just call it what it is, shopping addiction began, and I ended up selling most of it, and I didn't wear a lot of it. It still had tags on. I became hooked on buying new items for a discounted price, thinking they'd be perfect, and then I just didn't end up wearing them. That to me is annoying. And while this might seem so frivolous, it's something I use very often. Unlike those items that I bought and I was so excited for, maybe wore once and then ended up selling. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy really expensive salt and pepper grinders, but if something is going to make you really happy and you are going to use it very often, then I think whatever price you can afford is justified. You know what I just realized? What we're making doesn't require the grinders. Sorry boys, I'm gonna have to bring you out another day. Jam is ready. All right, oof, smells so good. Okay, gonna put this in the freezer for a little bit. Toast, lemon ricotta on top. And we can add jam. Add dried fig and lemon zest. Pretty and yummy. You know what is making me very happy lately? Is that I am really getting through my products. And I wanted to update you on what I am almost out of or have finished. So I purchased this foundation from Sisley back in February. And I know it's impossible to see on camera, so I just have to take my word for it. But right now it is up to here. I think it only has, a good few uses left. And here we have the Chanel Water Fresh Tint, which is definitely on its way out and about to be finished. The Chanel Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid, it's almost finished, only a few pumps left of that one. And this one's a bit embarrassing because I didn't buy this that long ago. I purchased it in June, we're currently mid-October. But this is the Chanel Rosy Beige Primer. Look at that, almost gone. This is the one item for which I did purchase a backup, and I'm so glad, but I will be sad when that one's also finished. And here we have the Westman Atelier Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. See, this is all I have left. This is as high up as it will go. Out of all of those, I really enjoyed all of them. I can't repurchase the Chanel Rosy Beige, and I already have a backup. The only one I would repurchase is the Chanel Water Fresh Tint, because lately what I'm loving to do is to combine the Chanel Ultra Le Tint and one pump of this. So I'll do one pump of this one and one pump of the tint, and that is just my favorite finish lately because I love the Ultra Le Tint, but sometimes it can be a bit, just the slightest bit too matte looking for me. So when I add one pump of the Chanel Water Fresh Tint, oof, magic happens. I've been making progress on my liners as well. So here we have my 3 Sisley lip liners and the Victoria Beckham liner. And look how much is left of this one. This was Cocoa. It's definitely pulling a Benjamin Button. I'm gonna have to get a new one soon. I would repurchase this liner because I don't know of a good alternative. If you have any suggestions as a replacement for, it's more the shade that I'm looking for, and I love to use it on just smoke it out on my outer corner. So if you have any suggestions for a good brown eyeliner, my ears are yours. Ooh, you know what lipstick is starting to run, well, not run a bit low, but that I'm using a lot of, is this one by Dries Van Noten. It's the Sheer Formula number 8 Graphic Ochre. Been using this one a lot. So yeah, this is as high as it goes. It's been well loved. So while those products have received a lot of love, there are definitely other products that are being neglected. So at the end of the year, I want to go through my collection again and think, what products have I used in the last 6 months to a year, and what have I really not touched, and do a nice cull so it can be even more edited, so I can get that satisfaction of using everything that I have, you know? You know what's happening to me lately? I'm not sure if you'll be able to relate to this feeling. About 3 weeks ago, all of a sudden, I started using a certain word over and over and over. And I'm not sure how this happened. It just sort of snuck in. It just slithered in like a snake, and now it's just popping up all the time, like... what's that animal that always pops up out of the ground? And I have deliberately not said it so far during this video. There's no editing or anything. I haven't said it yet. When this happens, you would hope that it would be an impressive word, an unusual word, something to give the impression I have such a wide vocabulary. But I cannot stop saying the word boom. And it's never over text, it's just flying out of my mouth. I'm saying it at work, I'm saying it with my friends, and it just happens before I get the chance to control myself or unboom myself. The other day I must have said it 5 times in one conversation, and I walked away and I'm like, what was that about? Why are you saying that word? And I couldn't figure out where it came from until this morning. This morning, as I was folding my laundry, I was racking my brain thinking, why do I keep saying that? And I realized I got it from a YouTuber. I've been watching this guy who gives commentary on Love is Blind, the reality TV show, one of my other forms of crack. And he says boom a lot in his videos. When he transitions from one episode to the next, he'll say boom, episode 2, boom, episode 3. And I thought, aha, that is where I got this word. My brain suddenly decided, hey, I like the use of boom in his video. When he says boom, he sounds cool. Maybe I'll sound cool if I say it. And I don't sound cool, the least cool. But it stuck, and it's not going away. It's booming its way into my vocabulary, and I'm boomed out. So do you have a word that you keep on saying? Because I need company in this. I feel like I need some sort of group with me here. I am just going to consciously not say it. Boom! The salt and pepper grinders were $246. Oh, let's get out these knots. Okay, we're getting ready. Gonna go on a Bumble BFF date. It's with a girl that I've already met. We've met up twice before after matching on Bumble, but my main is a greasy mess, so we're gonna try and fix it and style it a little bit. I've been using this for dry shampoo lately and didn't like it enough to repurchase it. Just have to shake the crap out of it to not get the white stripes. Whoop, white stripe, just rub it in. I'm always hesitant about doing the very front because I feel like it's gonna get all stripey. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's better. So I'm gonna try and look like I actually know what I'm doing and section out my hair. I know I mentioned Love is Blind earlier, and I watched the finale for season 5 last night. I was so disappointed. You know why? There just wasn't enough drama. Now, I feel like there are 2 types of people who watch reality TV. There's the type that get really invested in the couples and they want to see them do well. They love all the lovey-dovey and the sweet feelings. And then there's the other type. I want to see crying, I want to see the fights, I want to see the yelling, give it all to me. I'm not watching TV to watch these people have a good time and fall in love and blah blah blah. This is boring. I want to see tears. I want to see the petty fights. You be a little scandalous and ferocious. That is what I'm hooked on. And then I started thinking about the whole reality TV thing, and I'm like, what does it say about me? What does it say about people like me that I just love to watch people's lives fall apart? And you know, as horrible as that is, it makes for great television. Like, I'm not one to watch romantic movies and happy love stories. Like, I love watching things just fall apart. But you know, frivolous things, not life-threatening things. But what does that say about people that we are so hooked on watching people be absolutely crazy? Oh, this didn't turn out well. I've got to do that again. I'm using the T3 curling iron, by the way. I'm not sure what type it is. What does it say here? T3 Micro. Anyway, I really like it. It's very quick, despite how I'm making it look. Okay, and then I'm gonna tie up that section like so and do the top layer while that's pinned at the back. Anyway, what made me think of this is that my friend, who I'm gonna see today, she watches Love is Blind. It's one of the things we bonded over. And she told me that if Love is Blind ever comes to Vancouver, she's going to be the first girl in line to sign up for the show. So would you ever sign up for a reality TV show? If you don't know the premise of Love is Blind, here's the deal. You date a series of people for about 10 days or whatever, and you have a wall between you, you're in the pods, and you ask each other all the questions that what you want to know, and you get deep and all the rest. And then you meet each other's family and friends and live together, and it's basically a relationship in complete fast motion. And then there's a wedding and you have to decide if love is really blind, which I don't think it is at all. I think love has many conditions. But would you ever go on a show like that? Or any sort of reality TV show where you could potentially meet your significant other? By the way, how's my technique here? Any tips you got for me, I'll take them. Okay. Whew. Add some of this, the 𝐂𝐇𝐀𝐏𝐓𝐄𝐑𝐿 texturizing spray. Oh, okie dokie. How we looking? Remember I showed you the MALONE perfume? It's almost gone. Really getting through it. I like to put some little bit in my hair too. Let's go. I just filmed a 5-minute clip of me talking while walking down the street, and the camera wasn't on. So I feel even more ridiculous because I was genuinely just talking to myself, pretending to film myself and not actually filming myself. But what I meant to say is that I had a great time with my friend, had a lot of laughs, yeah, we had good conversations. I had a bowl of pasta and a huge slice of cheesecake, and yeah, carrying an extra load here. But it was really fun to go out. I just kind of forgotten how to socialize. After 1 hour, I was just kind of a bit tired. But it was a good day. I've been awake since 2 a.m. and right now it is 9 p.m. on a Friday night. I'm not supposed to be home right now. I'm supposed to be with a friend. She wanted to get together and go to a trendy bar here because she just moved here recently, and I just thought, no. I hate canceling on people. I very rarely do it because I hate the idea of letting someone down, but I just had to say no. And you know what's funny? All day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have the night to myself. I'm gonna light some candles, have a really nice, extra long, extra hot shower, and I'm gonna treat myself to some mac and cheese. And I do this about twice a year. I get this huge craving for that packet KD craft dinner mac and cheese. Anyway, and I made it. I put an ungodly amount of butter into it. I was so excited. I sat down, I had 2 bites, and I thought, no, I don't want this. The thing I'd been craving all day, I'm not enjoying it. So I ordered, what did I order? I ordered lemongrass noodle salad and key lime pie. So yeah, something completely different. So while that's on the way, we're gonna do our nighttime skincare. So I just cleansed, I actually just had a mask on and I was gonna talk to you with my mask on, and it just looked psychotic. I just rinsed it off and I'm gonna use the Sisley Ecological compound. I purchased this, maybe a month ago now. Anyway, I just used 1 pump, so just that much. And I've used this morning and evening. And in the morning, I just follow it with my IS Clinical sunscreen, which I am still loving. My La Mer cream is no more. Same with the Renaissance infused lotion for my La Mer girls. I know, the time came and I just couldn't bring myself to repurchase it, you know? Like, I'd love to, but it's not in my budget right now. So I'm using this Sisley Velvet Sleepy Mask as a night cream, and ooh, my delivery's almost here. Anyway, and I'm really loving this as a night cream. I don't use very much, maybe that much. The quantity is the same as the La Mer jar that I had, 60 mils, and it's like $300 cheaper at least. Still luxury skincare, I know, but at least I know I'll get a good year out of this. See, I know I mentioned I've been up since 2 in the morning, and it's nothing on purpose. Lately I'm just waking up really early and I'm struggling to get back to sleep. It just happens sometimes. It comes in spells. Anyway, I'm filming this a week later from everything you just watched until now, and I realized that I didn't really film an ending to this video, so I thought we'd conclude on a very fatigued evening. This is how I'm living it up on a Friday evening. And I need TV show recommendations because I finished Love is Blind and I'm watching Virgin River, which is just painful. I need something else. And I tried watching, what was this called? Surviving Paradise. And it just seems like absolute garbage. Ooh, here it is. It's here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat in front of you. It looks so delicious. Oh my goodness, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. It's funny because it's quite unlike me to order a salad, but I think it's the combination of peanuts and I saw it had a nice dressing and avocado that kind of caught my eye. Especially after the few buttery mouthfuls of Kraft dinner. I was like, no, I need something. I need a palate cleanser. Anyway, I would love to know your TV show recommendations because I'm at a loss here. Like, the Surviving Paradise show just seems really trashy, even for me, and I enjoy my trash. So I'm gonna tuck into my night of trash squared. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really hope you have a cozy day or evening, and I look forward to chatting and connecting with you really soon. Oh my god. Whoops. They just make the whole grinding process so much smoother. And I know you can't tell on camera very well right now, but it's up to, whoop, focus. And lately I've been doing up my bathroom to make it feel more like a spa, like Oasis. And I thought, well, I want a similar effect in my kitchen. Excuse me. Boom.